So it is Saturday. We are getting ready to head down to Duct Tape Drags or start the drive down there. My brother's here with the GTO. He's getting it finished up. I still don't even have a hood on my car. Otherwise, I've driven it about a mile and it seems to be doing all right. So we're gonna go with that. And JD is actually putting the license plates on my car. So it's somewhat legal. We are getting ready to leave. I think we are all ready to go with Dalton and JD. It is looking like it's going to rain very hard, very quickly. He has no windshield wipers or windows or anything to protect him at all. This time around, I have windshield wipers and a heater. I'm gonna be sitting in the lap of luxury. I think that's actually mine. Oh. I should probably put that back in. Oh. Well, this is gonna go swimmingly. We're on our first leg. Car's doing all right. Speedo's right, tech works, everything seems to be all right. Run a little over 190, 60 pounds of oil pressure. Been following Dalton, going 70, 75. He already ran through some rain. I'm actually in a car with windows and, well, not full of bullet holes, so I'm sure they got a little damp. But it wasn't too long. It was maybe 5 minutes of rain, but pretty hard. So we're on our way down to Joplin. Well, excuse the wind, but first breakdown, Dalton's car shut off, popped out of the exhaust and then shut off. So mine's doing all right. Got to do a little thing to it, but not too bad. But we're trying to see if it lost spark. Thinking it may have lost spark because it appears to have fuel. So it just humming along perfect and then just boom. So we'll see what we got going on here. We are off to the parts store to get Dalton the coil. His car just shut off. Kind of popped out the exhaust and blew a little smoke and flame out the right hand side. He pulled the coil out of it. He just texted me and said that it's extremely hot. So either something's causing it to get hot or it's a crappy coil and it just got too hot. So you're gonna go buy one, give it a shot. If that doesn't work, we are going to swap distributors in the car. But I'll give you an update when we get there. Well, it totally melted the coil out of it, and we just got one of those Excel super coils and put it in it, and it pretty much fired right up. It's still running kind of rough at idle, but seems to be all right off idle. So we're going with it for now and seeing how far we can get. My leg is on fire. You need a boot. I wrapped a hoodie around it. It didn't work. I didn't realize how much heat came up through the floor of this. Yeah, there's like an engine in front of it. That is strange. And exhaust. It looks like it runs so cold, but apparently that's also how they heat your interior with the engine. Like a Volkswagen. Yeah, this ought to help, and it also, looks a little better. I only have 3 screws. I haven't found the last one.
Oh, 3 is good enough.
3 is company or something like that. Yep. All right, we should be good to go. Does not sound good. We have arrived. Booze comes with the place.
Yeah.
The stairs are sturdy.
Okay.
I don't know how to turn on the lights.
That's cactus. Yeah, that's cactus.
Here's a tour of our fancy place. It's it's actually not that bad. Oh my god. Oh my god. Well, this back bedroom's terrible. You don't know if you get a shower with the leak in the roof or with the shower head. Either way, I get you clean. Coming, did you find something good? I am on my way. They are excited.
Check this out.
What is that?
Yeah.
Is that a built-in radio into the house?
Yeah. Surround sound, obviously.
Oh, this place is a party.
Yeah, man. Oh, there's tape. Sorry.
Did you bring any tapes with you?
No, I didn't. We only have Eensy Weensy Spider.
First thing we gotta do this morning, I need to try to get the clutch adjust on the car. That's really all that I have found that I needed to try to do from yesterday. It did really, really well. I was really happy with how it ran. But the clutch has lost all its free travel. If the clutch loses too much free travel, that means it's not disengaging all the way, and you can start burning up the clutch because it's like riding the clutch all the time. So I want to get that adjusted this morning. The only problem is I'm not a small human being, and I gotta try to get this up high enough for me to slide far enough under to get to my linkage for the clutch linkage. I don't know whose idea it was to lower the car. And doing it in dirt is always the best idea. And I'm guessing we have jack stands and everything, right?
Maybe. Oh, that's stable. That'll work, definitely.
Okay, that'll do. Okay, 9/16 is what I need, and 1/4 inch is what I need. But we're gonna try pliers. So all I gotta do is break this here jam nut loose. Oh, I can spin it by my fingers. And then I tighten it up, which is basically kind of like loosening, to pull this in to give me some slack. Because I have no slack in it at all. But I should just be able to turn it with a pair of pliers. Once I get a little bit of looseness. Oh, that wasn't even that bad yet. Well, which way do I need to go with it? Am I going the wrong way? I'm probably going the wrong way.
I love how you're not worried about the fact that the jack is sliding off currently.
What?
Well, no.
It's sinking into the ground. We're in a time crunch here. There we go. That's what you want. I want a little bit of movement here. A little looseness. I should actually be checking the pedal up top. But I'm just going to go with... You don't want that tight, because if this is tight, because when it engages the clutch, it pushes this way on that arm. This way. So if you have this too tight, it's constantly trying to disengage the clutch. And you don't want that. So, let's go with that. And if I have to redo this again, I guess I have to do this again. But it's adjusted. We're good to go. We have set off this morning. We have stopped by this little abandoned restaurant, it looks like. But got the goat and Firebird. We are going to be running Route 66 as much as possible. We got a long drive, but we got like 9 hours to get to the hotel that we've booked that we can't change. So if we don't get there, I say we is a strong word. Someone will be out of the money for that hotel. So we got to get there at some point tonight. But we're gonna try to run it as long as we can and see if we can get there. But day 2, starting off. Made it to the Texas state line. Dalton has put his sticker at the very top of the sign, seeing as everybody else has put stickers on.
Like idiots.
But made it here. Cars look good. Cars doing good. And get a couple pictures here and then get back on the road. This is the fun part about going down side roads instead of the interstate. A lot of cool places. I got cool. Very cool looking stuff. Ooh, look at that. Going to eat at the Big Texan. Look at this place. I've been through Amarillo half a dozen times and we've never actually stopped to eat. And we're finally gonna do it. This is the one that has the 72-ounce steak challenge. This is cool. Oh, this is an actual hotel. Like I said, it's been here Amarillo like 6 different times. We have not actually gone in to eat, but they've done a really cool thing with the hotel.
Well, I want to stay in the hotel so bad.
Yeah, that's really cool. And we're not sure if that's Michael Jackson or a lady. I'm voting
Nobody
yes.
was ever sure of that, though, really.
But all right, let's go get some food. We have made it to Cadillac Ranch. Never been here before, so this will be cool. Oh, my car just broke down, trying to coast to an exit with no power brakes. Oh, got another hill.
That'll help us.
Okay, just fired right up.
Okay.
Still need to look at it.
Yeah.
Drive to the gas station.
It fired, we can drive there.
Alright.
But I did notice my throttle felt like it was sticking.
Fuel pressure sucks.
Oh, I think the pump's taking a crap. My throttle's sticking on the car.
I wonder if it's getting really hot. Fuel pressure is not even reaching 6.
That's also the same fuel filter that I've had on it when I drove out to Phoenix and Tucson last time.
It looks fine though.
But it looks full, the fuel's clear. I mean, it is plumb full.
Yeah. It's not a volume issue, that's
Not bad.
I call it vapor lock.
Call it vapor lock. Well, we will probably just ignore it. I think the determination has been made that we're just going to ignore it and see what happens. Because it fired right back up once it coasted down the hill. And it's been idling here, running great. It does have low fuel pressure. And the throttle feels a little sticky on it, but I don't think that's going to have anything to do with it. Either that or the carburetor is just crap, which I already know. So that might have something to do with it. But we're just going to get back on and try to figure it out. We just started bucking and surging again, and it popped real loud and it died. Refired, but it's not happy. So we've determined that it needs a fuel pump because it's barely holding 3 pounds of fuel pressure. So we're trying to determine where we're gonna put a clicky clack. Up here, wiring wise, would be the easiest. So we might try to put it up here, even though, you know, you're not supposed to pull the fuel, it wants to push it, but we may try it up here. We'll come back, let's figure out what we're doing.
Oh, the finest toast.
Oh, yes. Don't actually try to tighten those down.
No, they won't work.
They're just there for moral support, not actual use.
Alright. Well, they look nice anyway. We want to run drill battery, or you want to actually hook her up?
Well, we might be able to actually hook it up here.
No. I don't have any wire.
I didn't bring any wire. Drill battery it is, I guess.
Okay, drill battery it is. Hang on a second. I have a solution.
Uh-oh. Aha! So this is, okay. That's where everyone keeps their spare wires.
All right, we don't need too much, I don't think.
No, not if we're going. I mean, the battery's right there. Or no, we're not hooking it up. We're gonna try drill battery, right?
Well, we could do that, but we could just hook it up. You know, it might be better than the drill.
It probably would be better.
One good length there.
And that's a decent size wire. I mean, that's a good
This
start.
one's not, so you know. Oh, that one melted to the exhaust. There, yeah.
Nice.
Perfect.
All right. Roll that back up for later. Yeah, there.
Oh, oopsies. Hang on. I did the wrong side because I'm the big guy. There you go.
All right.
Have fun. I mean,
I don't think that's water in that bottle anymore. That's awfully yellow.
it's just.
GM.
We're gonna die.
You know, they're just going by at a relatively quick speed.
Speed of sound. Speed of smell.
I'm gonna cut here.
Nothing. You got clicky clack, but it doesn't show anything. Oh wait, there it goes.
A little bit.
It's filling the bowl. One.
One?
Yeah.
Dalton just left. We put the clicky clack on it and it did not raise the fuel pressure. It actually got worse. We pulled the top of the carb off and I tried to clean it out and it is, I mean, this carb is just disgusting. Completely plugged. The floats, they're sticking. And it does not take much pressure at all to get them to stick. But whenever I go to blow on that thing, it is way too hard to push fuel through it. But if you watch, yeah, see, it's still sticking. Come on. But I can push them both up and they both stick in the up position, and then they taking way too much pressure. So as soon as they go up and close, they don't want to reopen. It starts to run out of fuel. So that's why it'll drop and start running. At least this is our theory. That's why it'll drop and start running again. As soon as it fires up, one of these two plug up and it can't get any more fuel in. At least that's what we're hoping. They have returned with a new Edelbrock carb. Woo, with gasket. And I'm going to throw this thing on so we can get moving. It is now 10:30 and we still have 100 miles to go. So I'm gonna get this put on.
There we go, yeah. 6 pounds. 7 pounds. Excellent. Sidle it up a touch. Alright, so it's got 7 pounds now. What was happening before is it was deadheading into the needle and seat. You know, it can't flow, so it can't build pressure.
Well, we have made it here. After putting the carburetor on, it ran good for a while, but then it decided to die about 10 miles outside of Gallup. Got it fired back up and we just barely cruised it in, but it's about 1 a.m. We're here at the hotel, so let's go to bed. Day 3, we just got up here at the El Rancho something or other in Gallup, New Mexico. It was all right. Could be worse, could have been better. Today, I think we're going to just try to get the cars back up for the rest of the trip, because we're technically only a 5.5 hour drive to the event. So we have 4 days to get there. We want to see more stuff than that, but if all else fails, we have that option. I think Dalton's going to try to find an alignment shop or something for his car, and I think I might try to do it on mine, because mine hasn't actually been aligned since I put the lowering kit on it, and I think my tires are positive camber, and it feels okay. It feels nice and stable, but it'll hit bumps and kind of do what it wants to do for a second. But we're going to check out both cars. Mine still died again last night after putting the new carburetor on it. It did make it 90 miles, died, and then I was able to fire it up while coasting down the highway. I just putzed it 50 mile an hour all the way back, and it did the last 12 miles with no problem. We're gonna go through the whole fuel system, and it's what it acts like. Hopefully it's not ignition, but if it is ignition, I do have another distributor that I can bypass all of my MSD stuff. I think today is gonna be a repair and figure out what's happening with the cars day. This morning, I wired open the choke. Didn't have anything to wire it open with, so I just took a piece of wire, stripped it back and tied it off. That'll keep it from trying to close. Stopped by a parts store. I need a fan clutch. She's not gonna last. It's getting quite a bit of play in it. And a barb fitting for that, so I can actually hook up the breather and my power brake booster the right way, because I think that's one thing that's why it's causing so much oil to push out of this thing, is because it's building pressure, because I don't have any vacuum. I don't have my PCV system up. Fired right up. It's holding 6 to 7 PSI fuel pressure. I might try to buy a fuel pump and just some things that we can try to fix on the road if we have to. But I think we're gonna try to run with it. If we can find a alignment shop that'll align them for us today, we may try to do that, because both of them could use that. I'm gonna be getting the alignment checked and just look up underneath everything, see what it looks like with it up in the air. But big thing is alignment. I never got it aligned. I think the camber is way out of it, but I didn't do anything with it. So we'll see what it looks like. These guys here at Larry's Automotive are awesome. They're taking care of both of us. Need to get something like this up by us. Haven't found any good shops like this. These guys are real cool, know what they're doing, and they're hammering this out fast. No appointment or anything. It was out pretty far. It'll be nice seeing how this thing drives now up on the highway. got on the highway having the car aligned, and it is night and day difference. It is not darty, it's way smoother. Larry's Automotive in New Mexico, in Gallup, New Mexico, Larry's awesome. That's an awesome place. Very cool guys. They hooked us up, got us right in. Awesome people. Well, we have made a tourist stop. Go in and get some blankets. These are some of the best blankets. I love these things.
I found some current publications from 1995. Got Steve Young, Jerry Rice. Yeah, sports.
How much is that?
$10.
It's actually kind of pricey.
That's a lot of money.
1995.
Well, we'll put that back where I found it.
The environment. This is what I want. I love these blankets. These are some of the best seat covers you can get. They're so awesome sitting in the cars. And they're really comfortable. They got cool designs. I actually like that one. I like that one a lot. This week on Shopping with Cody. Ooh. So we have made it to our hotel room for the night. It's the end of day 96 or something. I don't know what day it is. It's like day 3 into day 4. I don't know. Pretty uneventful. Met Larry today. He was awesome. Larry's Automotive in Gallup, New Mexico. Did an alignment for us down the spot. Kicked ass. Cars drove so much better, both Dalton's and I's. It was great. Went through the Petrite Forest. Got some pictures of that. Nothing too crazy, but it was a good time. It was a good day. Pretty mild. We only went like 100 miles today, and now we're gonna go to this lovely little hotel's pool and probably get some sort of disease in there, but at least we'll be comfortable doing it. The morning of day 974, we are getting ready to head to the Grand Canyon today. We're gonna see how both cars do going there, but this morning I'm gonna do a little bit of looking. Probably gonna change that fan clutch out. I'm gonna be going up mountains and climbing, and it needs it. Make sure it's working right. It's riding 200 degrees solid. It has not gone up higher than 200 degrees. It's probably got a 195 thermostat in it, so it's right where it's supposed to be, and it hasn't climbed. But this did have play in it, and we're gonna look at it. But I will look at this. There is one drip of oil underneath the car. Putting that PCV line, yeah, PC, positive crankcase ventilation, not PVC. PCV line from the valve cover to the bottom of the carburetor helped tremendously. It stopped it from pushing out all the oil. It was just building up so much crankcase pressure. We're gonna take a look at it and see what we can do, and bring it right back. First order of business, I guess, is to see if this is even the right part. I didn't even look at it. I just got it. Whoa. There's no thermal spring. There's no thermal spring on the front of this thing. There's no spring.
Oh, yeah?
No thermal spring.
Fluid?
Yeah.
Is it fluid?
Yeah.
Maybe it's just a fluid.
That's weird. It's viscous, but there's no. I'll show you on the other one when I take it off. There's usually a spring on here that whenever it gets hot, it contracts to lock it up or free it up, that's different. Some lock washers. Alright, well, this appears like it's gonna work, whether it's exactly the same or not, it's gonna work. Let's pull this thing off. And lost all my washers. Cool. But it's this. That is what heats up and it contracts and engages the fan. This other one is a newer, probably far inferior design, but that's what I got. Found an impact. Oh yeah. That's much better. Move it right over to all the stuff lines up. That's a good start. Now don't put your fans on wrong. Usually there's enough grease and grime on these things. You can see where the bolts were versus the other side, which I didn't show you, where it actually sat against the thing. Just put them on right, because you put your fan on backwards, you're going to be very frustrated whenever it overheats. You'll feel air movement going the wrong direction. Torqued. 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 Alright, those are all done properly. Feed this back in. It's pretty straightforward changing these things. Don't do that. Let's try this again, and I'll hold it this time. And make sure you don't drop anything in the actual fan shroud. And then forget it in there. And start it. These aren't as violent as trucks, but I've been a heavy duty truck mechanic for, I don't know, 15, 17 years, something like that. And on those, the fans create so much suction that it'll throw bolts and nuts right through the radiator, and then you'll have a really bad day. Really bad day. Wedge a screwdriver that doesn't fit in, rotate to the next, wedge it in. Okay, that doesn't fit. Works good enough for this. And we're done. Got that done. I'm gonna just check fluids. Once that's all done, then I think we're gonna finish up around here and get up on the road. But to the Grand Canyon today. But stop to get a photo opportunity. The highway. Looks pretty cool. that's your thing. Holy cow. Now, how many diseases do you think are in that water?
I don't know.
Probably
Find out.
some new one. Not even heard of yet.
Water down there explains why it's actually green down here. What are we aiming for?
That other rock.
Okay.
Big one.
Bombs away. Oh, got it.
No, not that rock.
Oh, sorry. We are trying to get to the Apache Death Cave, which we found out is at that first place we were. But now we went to there, walked over here across the bridge, and now walking down. And I'm in perfect hiking attire, shorts, and at least I have a pair of boots on. But basketball shorts aren't exactly the proper thing to wear when there's cactuses and bitey things. But we will see. Dalton is leading the charge.
Surely fuck.
The weeds are now above our heads. And we have to go up there.
That would be fine.
Say that to you. I've got a heart rate monitor on. It says I'm dying right now. So what happens when I roll my ankle down here?
You just die down here, man.
Who carries me out?
Call medevac.
Yeah. Oh look, there's little shells.
Okay, this is pretty cool though. I edited out the heavy breathing,
Oh look, here's the stairs.
but we just walked up that, and I don't usually leave the house. So I think we made it somewhere. That's definitely man-made, and looks like it's going to collapse on our heads. So let's walk a little closer. Oh, hey, look at that. Well, okay, that's a cave. 110%.
It is absolutely a cave.
That is.
Nice rocks.
That is. I'm turning the camera off. Hell down here.
Good. And that's how we get you in there.
What lives in here?
You.
Really?
You didn't even bring a flashlight.
Hello?
Hello, is anybody home?
If someone responds, I'm gonna shit myself.
Oh, your top up.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Oh my god.
That's a home.
I'm not totally sure if this is how we die, but I feel like this is how I die at least.
There's a lot of poop in here.
Oh.
Things are living in here. We have made it back to the cars. We have walked more than I think half my entire life. That's a slight exaggeration. But that was ridiculous. We were way down underneath there. I got some with my phone. I'm gonna try to put the video in there. I don't know how good it is. But I stopped recording. I didn't even take my camera because I couldn't carry it. I needed both hands to climb in and out of there. But we went under that quite a ways, but walked all through the ravine, all over there. That was pretty cool. And now I think it's to find food and a bed. We have made it to Winslow, or not Winslow, Williams. Williams, we've made it to Williams.
Scott Williams. That's a rare Easter egg that very few people will understand.
I know Scott Williams. But we made it here. We're just like south of the Grand Canyon, so it'll be a short drive tomorrow. But we're gonna stop here. Cars are both doing good. Everything seems to be doing all right, scarily enough. But we're gonna check out the town. Got some cool buildings. And get some rest. Do it again tomorrow. We're gonna head up to the Grand Canyon today. See what that's all about. I've been up there before. It's awesome, absolutely awesome. But I'm excited to see these guys see it and walk around up there for a while. Should be a good day. I think we're gonna end up. The goal is to end up in Phoenix today, and then head to Tucson the next day. All right, let's get going. I can say this, I'm sick and tired of rejetting these carburetors. It's ridiculous how many times we've had to stop and change everything. Can't do it. Never will happen. Never has happened. That died again. Stuttered out, shut off. I coasted down, I don't know, at least a mile or so long hill. Cooled off and it refired up and drove, I don't know, a couple another 2-3 miles. And it's running perfect right now. I've got good fuel pressure. So we're thinking it's a heat thing. Because right now, I've got 4, almost 5 pounds of fuel pressure sitting right here. So I don't think it's a fuel pressure problem. So we're gonna toss the factory distributor back in it, the one that I swapped out for this one to come here. I'm gonna put it back in it. It ejected something.
Yeah, belt's AWOL. I think I should put the alternator belt on it. Just keep running it.
I keep running it.
It's a trooper.
It's made it this far.
Yeah, it'll be fine. Totally fine.
Time to dig for a distributor. Oh. Alright, well that was easier than I thought. Don't really have to dig. Boom. Good old fashioned distributor. That was the one that was in the truck. Just blow off the. Yeah, there you go. That's perfect. It's nice and clean now. Alright. Let's take this sucker apart. Disconnect. Good Lord. That thing is zipping and making some funny sounds. Okay. Pop this off. This goes over to my MSD. Pick that up. Which one? Oh, let's pop that one off. Well, that one's tight. That'll work. Alright, so we got this thing pointed right at the carburetor. So we're just going to try to go right back in with it.
Tell me
Straight
Go
up
now.
and out.
All this shit hits that belt.
I got one more connector, and I just lost my crap. That made it all the way down. And try to drop it back in the hole. I think we're good. I think it's dropped right back in the same spot. And it's seated all the way down. So now I just got to tighten that up. Okay.
Well, it's good to go.
Perfect. Okay, well, we're gonna run with that and see what happens. And I just got done saying how good it's running, and it just died.
And no spark.
Dalton has ran up to the parts store to get us another coil and ignition module. Just hopefully, it's just one of those. And to try to see if, hopefully he's bringing back something to check the voltage, to make sure we got voltage at the coil, because we don't have anything to check it with. But so right now, he also has all the tools, so I can't take anything apart. So right now we are just standing. We got it pushed off to the side street, so at least we're not on the main road. So we're in front of these lovely people's home, and hopefully they don't mind. But we'll let's try to get this all back together and run, and like go the extra 5 minutes to the hotel. We are so close. We made it to the hotel. We are here. It was fun. Not really, but putting the new coil in it, fired right up. I mean, fired right up. Didn't even hesitate. So hopefully, now after saying all that stuff about the MSD box and everything, it was probably the coil the entire time, which is odd because that's the same coil that had been running around in the truck for months. It is doing great, other than the dying part. But hopefully we got that fixed. Tomorrow is a new day. Alright, so I was just checking the car over, and our little fuel line here and here is pretty well pinched off. That's the suction line for the pump, so I'm gonna try to route that better and see if that helps any of our issues. But I mean, we know 100% we had no ignition last night, so don't really think that's it, but that can't be good on anything. So try to reroute that better and see what I can come up with. There we go. That looks better. I just lifted it up on top. I'm going to zip tie it to that battery cable, because well, that's what you do with fuel lines. But now it's a nice clean loop instead of kinked off like that. So that should be much better. Alright, so we're here. And Dalton just got something kind of cool. I'll just show you a quick thing. It's an addition to some new things he's purchased recently, and to fix something he's had for a while. But we just got it fired up. It's 84 panel van, stubby, and runs really well, really well. We were gonna try to drive it back along with the other two cars, but we decided he's gonna store it at a buddy's house down here and then get it shipped back up to the house. But it's pretty awesome. It's in fantastic shape. It is in real good shape. But that's our adventure in Phoenix. We are gonna go drop it off at his house, which I think is on the other side of Phoenix, and then start heading to Tucson. here we are. We have seemed to have lost everybody besides Dalton and I. Apparently we are okay at following each other, not allowing others to follow us. But here we are. Another touristy trap, and it looks like fun. We have made our final stop right by the track, and we were laughing at this place because the way it sounded, but this place is awesome. We are getting ready to head over, get some food, and then get to the track. But look at this place. Covered parking. Dalton and them are down there. A few more, what, I don't know, 5 or 6 buildings. We have made it to Tucson Dragway. We're just now pulling in. And a nice line of cars. Not too bad though. It is very full inside though. Not bad. When we were here last time, this whole thing was long. I mean, it was packed all the way back.
What time did you get there last time?
But we have to pull over, if I remember. Oh, like 5 or 6 o'clock.
It's like 4 o'clock right now.
Yeah. It might have been a little bit. It was dark. By the time we got in, it was dark, so it might have been closer to 7.
Cool cars here.
Yeah, awesome cars. Look at that.
I got a truck. Is that a Javelin? No, not a Javelin. I don't know. Oh.
It's Sunday and we're back out here at the track. I actually didn't record anything yesterday. I just ended up talking with everybody and just hanging out and not doing anything. But the Dalton's car failed tech, so did pretty much everybody else's car that comes to a duct tape drag event for crappy normal people cars, and they failed them for every single thing. I mean, Chris at No Nonsense got his failed because he has no sunroof in it. Everything else is fine. Had no sunroof in the car, so it kind of sucked. So they got talking to the track owners, and they were like, "Hey, come tomorrow, and you guys can do some grudge racing." So here we are, back at the track, just us. Literally, everybody has left. Here comes Dalton rolling in, and we're gonna do some grudge racing at the track. So it'll be awesome. Well guys, it's 11 o'clock at night and I'm recording from my phone because I don't want to dig out my camera. But we have officially made it back to my house. I didn't record like anything of driving back. It was just a cannonball. This morning at 6 a.m. we were in Santa Rosa, New Mexico. And that's like 728 miles from here. So we went 10 hours and like 53 minutes in one day. JD and I did with Buff. He was in his van. JD switched back and forth a couple different times. But we rode back together all the way up till Oklahoma when he went off home, and we made the rest of the trip like 4 hours by ourselves. But nothing happened. It was incredibly uneventful, but it was good. It was amazing. I'm tired. I'm gonna go to bed. Tomorrow we'll get up and we'll assess the damage on how awful the inside of this car looks. But we made it back. All right guys, it's the next day after getting back on the trip. But we made it all the way back with relatively no, I mean, we had problems. But ultimately, I think our problem was the coil. I think it was the coil the entire time. We did gain like 3 or 4 more pounds of fuel pressure by changing the carburetor on it, but it was still running out. It was still getting fuel, and I don't really think that was the problem. Although it did run a lot better with the new fuel, the new carburetor, and it did start so much better. It was a lot nicer. Although that is a borrowed carb, so now I'll have to be giving that back to Dalton because he bought that thing. Was able to use it, but it'll go into his inventory. I gotta rebuild this one, or we'll rebuild another one I have. I got a couple Holeys that I might toss on, but that's for another day. Right now, we'll look at the damage done to the inside of my car. It looks like a road trip, and on the way back, I did not care at all. We cannonballed. We didn't do any filming. I figured this video is gonna be all time-lapse and everything of driving down and the few stops here and there. And the event, I was just busy. I didn't even actually watch like any of the drag racing. I watched the burnout. That was fun. But most of the time I sat around the car and talking to people that come by, and we signed a bunch of stuff. And for anybody that came out and saw me and my brother, Whether you were just there for my brother and just chatted with me afterwards, either way, it was awesome. I enjoyed it. You guys are a lot of fun, and it was a lot of fun doing that. We are definitely going back next year. Next year I will be bringing my girlfriend with me. Tiffany will be there. She's already said that she's coming to it next year. So we'll have to figure out what we're gonna do, and I will have a vehicle to actually do the burnout competition and race with. Don't know what it'll be yet. It might be the C10. I got another, like an 87 C10 pickup truck. May toss it together as a big turd and trailer it down with my 1 ton, my orange truck. You can see it sitting out here all sad and pathetic like. We'll either be driving that or we might drive the RV. I don't know. Either way, we'll just throw it up on my trailer, whatever it is, and we'll make it down there. Let's look at this thing. Look at the inside of this car. I got my seat. There's trash just, okay. No, I didn't live off of sodium and beef jerky the entire time we drove back. But it is an absolute disaster. I got tripods and there's Dorito bags, JD's chip bags, drinks. She definitely looks like a road trip car. But overall, this thing did fantastic. I was getting anywhere from about 17.5 to 18.5 miles per gallon. I'm gonna end this here. It's been a fun trip. I appreciate it, guys. And the next video will be of actually working on something. We'll be working on the truck, or maybe we'll check this thing out. I want to look at the diff, and I've got that Power Tracks locker thing in the back. I want to see what it did. It made some popping noises, and we'll throw it on the lift and see if there's any damage or anything that's happened, and just take a look at it. But thanks for watching. Like and subscribe, and I appreciate everything.